So for anyone that's just looked, we've just on our way back from Alton Towers. Now we live in Portsmouth, so Alton Towers to Portsmouth is about 220 miles. We've done a vlog today. For anyone that's viewed it on YouTube, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. But on the way back, we're a little bit bored. It's a little bit rainy. It's a little bit of a long journey, and we're quite a long way from home still. So we're going to have a look at some different things from an enthusiast point of view. We've tried to do the vlog today from sort of a view of people visiting the park, rather than just sort of your enthusiast view, and try to take a more diplomatic view at some of the things going on. But the journey home, we are very much going to sit from an enthusiast point of view, and we're going to start with things that really annoy us at theme parks.
Okay, so we're going to start off with when people are at a park and they ask where a ride is and it's not even at that park.
So we get this a lot. We get it at Chesington quite a lot. Ryan's laughing, but he's loving this. We get it where it will be, where's Nemesis? Where's this? Where's that? And I have to say, it does my head in. And it does my head in because I've always insisted, and we'll be doing some tip videos as well, I've always insisted that people should do a little bit of research on the park before they get there. And not just assume that when they get to Chesington that Nemesis is going to be there, because it's really not. And however pathetic it sounds, it bugs me that when Nemesis Inferno gets called Nemesis. It really frustrates me. How much I like Nemesis Inferno, it's nothing in comparison to the original. So why? Anger, people.
Why call it that?
Anger.
So Ryan, what do you think?
Yeah, it gets a bit frustrating.
What do you think, Cody?
It's just absolutely horrible because you know it's not going to be at that park.
We know it's not that park because we're enthusiastic.
Yeah, but I think they should check online first.
This isn't really one that bothers Ryan quite so much as some of the other ones on our list. You know, Ryan's kind of sitting on the fence on this. He doesn't tend to listen to other people, he's in his own little world. But as we move down the point, you'll see Ryan really come into his own on some of the things that have particularly annoyed him while we've been at Alton Towers today. What's next on the list?
So we've got calling ride the wrong name. So when people are stood outside the ride, there's clearly a sign there and they're calling it something completely different.
Yeah, that leads on from what we've had just a minute ago. Someone, you know, people just don't read. They just don't read.
Yeah, didn't someone at Dragon's Fury call it Sonic?
Yeah, that gets called it a lot.
And
That gets called it a lot. Sonic.
so when people are stood right behind you, really up close in a queue line.
So we'll lead to Ryan for this. He's already got a little smile on his face. He's already laughing.
It's just, you can walk up to the queue and it's fine. You can keep walking through the queue line and people will still follow you behind and stop and still be up against you. And you move forward and people will still be up against you.
I had that earlier. We're in the queue for Rita. Some people behind us were literally leaning on us the whole time.
To be fair, you usually find this with the younger visitor, where, and you two have been guilty of it as well in the past, where you will just fill every available gap in the queue line, which is sort of good, but there is a little bit of a personal bubble for some people, and Ryan's personal bubble is probably about 3 foot, whereas mine's probably only about 2 foot. He's nodding along.
What do you think,
when
Cody?
Someone stands on his heels, he hates it. Absolutely hates it.
Yeah, so Cody, what do you think when people stand right up behind you in the queue line?
It's horrible. You can just feel them on your back. If you move forward, they just move with you. It's like they're connected to you the whole way through the queue.
That's what I'm doing queue lines. Right, Cody's finding everything horrible. He's not really got a good opinion on this.
And this sort of links to,
What's next?
what's it like for you when people are watching over your shoulder whilst you're on your phone in the queue line?
Well, I don't mind. Actually, it doesn't bother me. This is not something that gets me. Usually, I'm posting something on my page, on my Facebook page. So, in all fairness, it's usually a bit of self-advertising if they're looking over my shoulder. If I'm texting someone else, or you know, maybe looking at something online, then maybe it's a bit frustrating.
Yeah, when I'm texting or scrolling through Facebook or anything like that, it does get really annoying.
Yeah, I can't text his girlfriend, then you know there's all kinds of problems. But I don't find that annoying. Ryan's laughing. You find it quite annoying. You tend to turn your back to the side.
Yeah, it's just that they're up against.
I just tilt my phone the other way.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
Just looking at everything.
So we'll move on to the next one. People that throw gum on the floor and litter all over the place.
Now, gum is always my pet hate. I've never really understood chewing gum. I don't think I ever will understand chewing gum. The
It's just horrible.
We know everything's horrible, Cody. We get everything's horrible.
Yes, it is.
That's what you said.
Treading on chewing gum is one of the most frustrating things, either at a theme park or
Anywhere.
anywhere. Absolutely anywhere. Right, let me just. I don't really know what lane I need here. It's going to be quite entertaining while we're talking about this. I'm just going to stick in this one. There's traffic lights.
But I hate it when there's bags floating all over the place and litter, and people throw their crisp wrappers in the queue line floor, even when there's bins next to them.
I think it is frustrating, and it is more of a youth thing. I don't mean to tarnish everyone with the same brush, but you know, I see it outside of theme parks where people will go to KFC and they'll just throw everything on the floor. I don't really know where the attitude comes from, but the theme parks are quite good with bins. There's quite a lot of bins around. Granted, some of them could be cleaned a bit more. However, there's just no excuse for it. Chewing gum is just... People do not take chewing gum to a theme park. Apart from the fact that if you forget and you go on the ride with it, you know, there's been so many instances in the world where people have choked on rides with chewing gum and died. It's unbelievable. Keep your chewing gum at home, or in the car, or off the floor, or somewhere that isn't on the bottom of my foot. That would be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I think I agree on that one. What do you think about after the safety announcements, people still take loose articles on the ride
Oh, this is one of Ryan's bugbears.
and try to have their phone out to record and things like that?
This is one of your bugbears, Ryan. I don't like it. It does annoy me.
It does, because you get numerous signs across the queue line. You must get like 10 signs that they sit there and see them.
Plus the announcements through the speakers.
Yeah, and still take these items on.
And it just holds us up and makes the queue longer. Because if one person does it now and again, they've got to sort it out before they can send the train.
You know, we do a lot of videoing, and in the past we've done on-ride videos. You know, hands up, we have done them. We've done them long before the rules and everything were changed, and you know, anything like that, we did them before it was a problem taking them on there. But these days, we don't do it unless the park give us full permission to. And certainly when we talk about Merlin, we don't do it at all, apart from rides like Gruffalo and things like that. You know, what possesses someone to want to take a phone onto stealth that launches at 80 miles an hour in under 2 seconds and think they can hold on to it without potentially killing someone from it dropping to
Yeah, I know we've actually had that, and she held it over the ride, and then when we got to the bottom, dropped it in the lake.
Yeah.
And it does get really frustrating.
Hilarious.
And they moan about it, even though it's their own fault. So
I'd
that's
forgotten
what
all
annoys
about
me.
that. Yes, a couple of years back on Stealth, we went round and bless her, she did hold it for the whole duration of the ride, right to the break at the end. And as it went round the final corner, and those that have been on Stealth know that it only goes at like 5 miles an hour around the final corner, she dropped it in the lake below. And it was one of the funniest sights I think I've ever had.
I do it at the slowest moment.
However mean that sounds, one of the funniest sights that was. One of the funniest.
Okay.
Oh, forgot all about that.
Right.
But the other thing is also that, you know, if they do drop it elsewhere and it shuts the ride down, then we've all got to wait for them to go and get it. So people, get on the ride off right, you know, talk about it, do whatever you need to do, but stop taking it on the ride.
So what do you think of people that don't take off their seatbelt at the end of the ride?
Now this is my biggest frustration. I have a lot of frustrations, as you may know. It's because of the amount of times I visit theme parks. So you sit on a ride, much like a car really. We're in a car now, you know, it's pretty obvious. If I don't take my seatbelt off and I stop the car, I'm not getting out of the car. It's not rocket science. All these people probably got in a car to go to the theme park. So why, when you put a seatbelt on, would you not take it off? And then the restraint goes up and they're like, oh, I can't get it off now. It's like, no, you can't get it off now.
That's why you take it off as you're going into the station.
So, the pure anger is unbelievable, and particularly it's bad on rides like Vampire, where you then have to pull the restraint in to lift it, which no one listens to, and it's usually locked by the time they've actually got the ride up. Oh my god, the anger, people. You put a seatbelt on, you've clearly got to take it off again.
Right.
It's not rocket science.
So,
Ryan, take over. A voice of reason, Ryan.
Yes,
Am I being
Ryan.
unreasonable here?
I don't have an issue with it.
He doesn't have an issue with
But
it.
it is a frustration.
That is a real on the fence there from Ryan. Real on the fence. Maybe we should move on.
Yeah, so what about people that won't sit on the edge of a coaster? So when there's like 4 seats in a row, but they refuse to sit on the edge and have to sit in the middle.
How many times has this happened to you, Ryan? Has this happened to you?
Can't say it has.
Because the funniest thing was, last time it happened to me, I actually didn't make the move, and then I sat one end, and my friend sat the other end, and of course at the end when we got off to look at the ride photo, they couldn't work out why they weren't in the photo together. That was the funniest part about it. But it does seem to happen. Rides like Nemesis Inferno, that's the one that always seems to happen on, where you'll get a couple, or two people, if you will, and they will sit in the middle because they don't want to sit on the outside of the seat. Now, one, obviously, it's a huge frustration if you're with someone and you want to sit with them. Even more of a frustration if you want a picture, and they never realise. And I used to say to them, you realise you won't be in the same picture, and they would move up. But I just don't bother anymore, especially when I know they've queued an hour for it, and they're too selfish to realise they need to sit next to each other in a kind of sequential way. It probably doesn't do my head in. It's annoying, but I don't think it does my head in anymore because I find it quite amusing when they're not in the same picture at the end. I really do.
Fair enough.
I know that's really mean. Ryan, take over. Voice of reason.
Yes, Ryan.
Ryan is the voice of reason today, people. No voice of reason.
No, not for this one.
No voice of reason. It annoys us. For God's sake, if there's 4 seats, you take up the...
Yeah, we'd like to be able to sit together.
Yeah, come on now. Come on.
So when people are told to go to a certain row, but when the gate is open, they go to the wrong row or the wrong seat.
Oh my life. We see this. I see this all the time. You must see this all the time as well. It's particularly bad on Vampire.
Oh my God.
And Zufari.
And Zufari, yeah, because the actual... Yeah, Zufari is even worse actually because it doesn't even line up. But, you know, the Vampire seats, because when the original Vampire was made, it lined up a little better because there were no air gates, so they just kind of put the holes in front of the cars, and life was a bit better. But now it doesn't, and it's a little bit more of a pain. But also, you know, school kids that go, the groups that go, you know, why they would think they would queue in the middle of the ride and be able to run to the front of the ride when the gate opened. The common sense aspect of it is just baffling. Absolutely baffling. Why you'd think you would stand in front of an empty row and go to another row. And it happened today on 13 where someone was sent to a row behind us where they'd left the back row spare for disabled people, which is absolutely fine. And, you know, they came to the right row, and then as soon as the gate opened, they went and sat at the back. And it's like, what are you doing? That's not your seat. And they had to come and be removed, and it's, you know, it's a little bit embarrassing for them, to be honest.
And a waste of time for us.
And a waste of time for us.
Yeah, I definitely agree for that one.
Where am I going? I might get squashed by a lorry here. I'll take that risk. I don't know. Yeah, I'm in the right lane. Sorry, carry on.
So this usually happens at Chesington because they have animals at their theme park, and people that stand there at the window for ages looking at the same thing, constantly taking pictures of the same thing and blocking the whole pathway.
So we it's more of a zoo thing, but we do visit a lot of zoos. While we are a theme park website, we are sort of more of an attraction website. For anyone that's been on it, you'll see loads of museums, loads of zoos and bits, and you know, Ryan doesn't usually accompany us to zoos. Why not? Why not? Well, you don't get invited apparently. You come to the zoos, bro. Alright, Ryan might come tomorrow, there we go.
I thought we were going to Chesington tomorrow.
There's a zoo there. So we'll talk about the zoo. So, and this will be linked with a further point as well, people with iPads. There is nothing more frustrating when you're trying to look for a tiny little window at a tiger with someone standing there with a 10-inch iPad.
Right in front of your phone.
Right in front. Now I get everyone wants to take a picture, and it's lovely that everyone wants to take a picture, and I fully agree, you know, these animals, whether you agree they're behind cages or not, is absolutely irrelevant. They're beautiful animals, everyone wants to take a picture. And I take a new picture every time I go over there, out. But, you know, once you've taken the picture and you've maybe spent 30 seconds looking at it, you know, take a little look around, people. Have a little look behind you and look at the 50 people waiting to get to the window. Don't perch yourself on the ledge with a 10-inch iPad and sit there and try and film it sleeping, you know, because that line is going to do nothing. It's just going to sleep. You know, unless you throw yourself in there, it's going to sleep. You're not going to miss anything. Please, move on.
So what about people blocking walkways? So when there's a group of them and they all stand across it rather than behind one another?
Yeah, this is a generic problem at theme parks. Ryan, take over.
So basically, a walkway is a walkway, so you walk through the walkway. But you'll get families, big families, that seem to stop in the middle of that walkway and chat for like 20 minutes while everyone's trying to squeeze around.
That does frustrate me because it blocks us getting to where we need to go. And
yeah,
there's
it happens. There's nothing more frustrating. I know people always say when we've said about following people quite closely, but sometimes you're not that close behind someone, and yet when they stop, it's a massive inconvenience when they decide, right, I'm going to go in my bag and pick a sandwich out right in the middle of this walkway.
yeah, that's what they have picnic benches for.
You know, rather than thinking, right, I'm going to have to move slightly to the side so people can walk around me. They just don't do it. It baffles me why there's no common sense in the world sometimes on things like this. I appreciate if you guys do it, you know, thank you. You're not annoying all the enthusiasts out there. But for enthusiasts, you know, some of us, we are sad, we are a bit pathetic, you know, we like to run to rides, we like to get there quick, we like to make progress. That is what I call it, making progress. So when you stop in front of us to get a sandwich out, which you could probably do while you're walking, to be fair, you know, we are going to be like, what are you doing? What are you doing, mate? And we often are. We often walk off, and that's what we're saying. Ryan in particular, and you know, fortunately we have a family channel, so we won't repeat what Ryan says. But it's just unbelievable. It's annoying. We're run with annoying.
Yeah.
Run with annoying. Right. So we've exhausted now about 15 minutes of things that really annoy enthusiasts, and I'm sure the enthusiasts, if anyone's watching this, will probably have some more to attach to the list. But you know, these are frustrations of ours. Frustration we can take out whilst driving at 55 miles an hour down the motorway with no problems whatsoever. We do hope you enjoyed watching it. We are sorry if you do some of these things. Kind of is what it is. We're not going to apologise for that. I'm sure there's things we do, like geek over rides, and you know, maybe we'll do a video about that. Tune in again soon. Thank you for joining us.